Hi YouTube. If you've watched some of my older videos, you probably know that I've got a Polaris Rzr, which is right here. It's been a great machine. I bought it back in 2012, so it's getting on for 3 years old. Actually 3 years old last month. It's been a great machine overall, and I can't really complain. It's done everything I've asked of it. The only problem I've really had is of my own making. I managed to pick up some XP wheels from a large Polaris quad. It cost me a case of beer, and I did a repair job for a friend on a welder. So they were extremely cheap, but I've had nothing but problems. Even though the bolt pattern matches, the standard studs that are on the Rzr are too short, and I've fought with this over the years, trying to find different solutions, different wheel nuts, etc. So what I did was I went out and bought some replacement longer wheel studs. As you can see, these are the fronts. The replacement ones are from Super ATV, and they're roughly about ½ an inch longer, and this is for the rears. I did have a case where one of the wheels did come loose because there isn't enough thread engagement. They really should be much more than, I mean, they fit and they work, but if they're under any stress, then I found that they did come loose, and one of them destroyed the rear hub, and I had to pay the price and buy all the parts to replace that. So today I'm going to go ahead and replace these studs and hopefully solve this long-term problem that I've had, again, of my own making. So lesson learned, I think, is the answer there. So let's take a look and see what we're going to do. But I like the look of the rims. It was an upgrade from the stock, so I thought it was a good deal at the time, but it's probably cost me some money. It has cost me money in the long run. And the only problem is, again, on the back, the center cap doesn't fit, which has never really bothered me. The reason I like these wheels over the stock is that the stock, I think, are 12-inch rims, and these are 14s. I'll confirm that, but these are definitely 14s. You can see right there. And it allows for the mud to escape and not bind up around the brake assembly. So it's really actually pretty good. So before I get started, I just want to show you how much thread engagement. So you can see it's a tapered nut, and the threads are just protruding. So if I see half, 1, half, 2, half, 3, half, 4. So 4 complete revolutions. So it's not ideal. So on the front studs, I should be able to just knock them out. There is a space here that they clear. So we're on the rears now. It's a windy day outside. Hope that doesn't pick up on the camera. So these are just 14mm nuts, bolts, sorry. So now, so the first stud. See the difference. So we're just going to knock these out. It's 2. 3. 4. 'My plan of keeping the hub nice and clean has not worked. Just going to try and stabilize that a little bit. This isn't the easiest way to do this. You should have a really stable platform, but I've got a rickety old table. And I think I'm going to have to move this to the floor. Actually, that's going in okay. Pressing them in is a much better way of doing this, because you're not going to stress the casting. So there you have it. We've changed all the wheel studs, put the wheels back on, we've tightened up and serviced all the bits as we've taken them off. It took me probably 2 hours, so it's not too bad. And that included some of the camera work too. So that should give you some idea of what's involved in putting the longer wheel studs on. And they are a must. If you're going to go for the XP rims like I have, I should have gone for the studs right from the get-go. But I didn't. I wasn't sure they even existed. And just through having the problem, I obviously found the solution at the same time. But the Rzr's been a really good machine. It's just 3 years old now. I've done 1,850 kilometers. So just over, 1,000 miles, 1,200 miles, somewhere around there, I think. My maths is correct. And I haven't had many problems. The front bearings are starting to get a little bit loose, so I probably need to think about changing those out. I do use the machine quite a bit. I use it for hunting every year, and then during the summertime we take it camping with us, and it's great for zipping around, picking up firewood, taking a ride in the bush, and exploring Canada. Canada's a big place, and you can obviously wander around backpacking if that's what you like. A lot of people like to ATV as well. You get to see the country, and it's a great way to see the land. And if you're very respectful to the land, then you don't tear things up, you don't go through streams. It's just common sense. But I do rate the machine. When I traded it, I'm not sure what I'm going to go for. Maybe the same thing, or maybe something different. I'm kind of interested in the Honda, if I'm honest. Well, I'm glad I got around to completing that project. It's been on my list for some time now. The wheel studs are around $40 from Super ATV, so they were expensive, but that's the price you got to pay to rectify something like this, I guess. Well, thanks very much for watching as always, and if you like my videos then please subscribe.